Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Thursday. It is June 7th, 2018. I'm going to look at the stakes races on today's program from Belmont, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and join me this week for my Belmont Stakes preview. That should hopefully be up in about 24 hours or so, late Thursday evening, so go check that out. But I'm going to look at today's card from Belmont. I'm going to look at all the stakes races, and I'm going to throw in a bonus race here for YouTube, race number 5. Like I said, if you want the other races, races 1 through 4 and 9, you're going to have to follow me on Twitter to get those selections. But I'm going to throw race number 5 into the action for this YouTube race, for this YouTube video. Also, it's kind of special because all these races will be on MSG Sports, so you don't have to go looking all around. So let's get on to it. I'm going to look at races 5, 6, 7, and 8. Race number 5 from Belmont. It's a Lounge Optional Claimer, purse $90,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards, never won $10,000 twice. The main claim starter or State-Bred Lounge Racer, which never won 2 races, or a claim price of $25,000. Field of 11 horses, but we have one main track only. We're going to be scratched down to a field of 10, going the distance of ground of 2,200 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 3/8 on the inner turf course. 2,200 meters, 1 3/8. My top selection here, I like the 8 horse. I'm going to go to the outside to the 8 horse, Gojin. I'm going to go 8-2-3-7 in the superfecta, 8-2-3-7 super. My top selection of the 8 horse, Gojin, 5-2, 5-year-old horse by Tulin. Javier Castellano gets leg up for Belmont. This horse's most recent outing came on the 11th of May. That came here at Belmont. Monoquarter on the inner turf course and allowance race for $90,000, one 9 can't speak. This horse finished second by a neck that day. He stalked most of the race, was a little bit wide, and he just couldn't get that good closing kick at the end. He actually had the lead at the top of the lane, but he just couldn't keep it. Just couldn't keep up. First off the layoff, he probably needed the race. I think second off, he should run a little bit better. Before that, 23rd of September at Belmont, monoquarter here on the inner turf course, optional 25 claimer. This horse finished 5th by 5 lengths, and just never had anything that day. He needs to be forwardly placed here on the inner turf course at Belmont. This horse just had nothing there. It wasn't his day to win. And then Saratoga Mile 3/8 on the inner turf course, lounge race 85,000, 9-1X. Horse finished second by 1.5 lengths. He stalked early on track in the leaders, and then he just couldn't get that good closing kick. The winner, Rocketry, just ran a little bit of better race, but he's ran 3 times here at Belmont, and he's run 1 shit race and 2 decent efforts. His last one wasn't half bad. I think with the extra extra furlong today, he should really excel, and I like this horse's chances. 5-2, watch out for him. So to recap my bets for the 5th from Belmont, I'm going to go with the 8 horse Gojin. Going to go 8-2-3-7 in the superfecta. So let's get on to race number 6, the first stakes race of the afternoon. The 6th race, it's the 107th running of the Astoria. Purse $150,000. It's for fillies, 2-year-olds here. Field of 8 2-year-old fillies going the distance of ground of 1,100 meters, or the distance of ground of 5 1/2 furlongs on the Belmont main track. 1,100 meters, 5 1/2 furlongs. My top selection here, I like the number 7 horse. Going to go to the outside to the 7 horse, Tijori. I'm going to go 7-1-3-2 in the superfecta. 7-1-3-2 super. Top pick number 7, Tijori. 7-5. I know he's favorite, but he should run well. 2-year filly by Will Take Charge. Flavian Pratt rides this one for Simon Callahan, who sends his horse in from Southern California. Horse has only had 1 career start. That came on the 11th of May at Santa Anita. 4.5 furlong, the main special weight 52,000. This horse won by 3 1/4 lengths and just had a very good race. Out of all the 2-year-old races so far I've seen from Santa Anita, this horse was the most impressive. He quickened up nicely, or she quickened up nicely, and just had a very nice victory from the rail. Since then, she's been training incredibly well. A few days after the race, 5 days after, on the 18th of May, this horse had a workout, 3 furlongs, 37-1, handling the 7th best workout, 19. So this horse is very fresh there. A 5 furlong workout, 101 and 2/5 a second, 20th best workout out of 48. And then last week, final cranker for this race at Santa Anita, 4 furlong workout and 47 flat, the best workout 50, which is very impressive workout. I think this horse is a good horse here. Should really run a big one. 7-5. Watch out for this horse. So to recap my bets for the 6th from Belmont, it's the 107th running of the Astoria. Gonna go with the 7 horse Tijori. Gonna go 7132 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 7 from Belmont. The 7th race, it's the 5th running of the Intercontinental Stakes, Grade 3, purse $200,000. This race is for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground of 1,400 meters or the distance of ground of 7 furlongs on the Widener turf course. 1,400 meters, 7 furlongs, and I show the diagram. It just gives me a second to look down in my notes. Just bear with me. My top selection here, I like the number 6 horse. If I can ever get my iPad to load, the number 6 horse, who is Lady Alexandra. Gonna go 6-7. 10-4 in the super, 6-7, 10-4 super. Top selection of 6 horse, Lady Alexandra, 2-1. Jose Ortiz on this one for Grand Motion. Horse's most recent outing came on 29th of April at Belmont. 6 furlongs on the inner turf course in the license fee stakes. Horse won by 3.5 lengths that day at 8-1. You know, broke on top that day. You know, then tracked the leading pair, got the lead, and then took off clear. Very nice victory for this horse. First start since last July. July 31st, Saratoga, 5.5 furlongs in the Coronation Cup. This horse finished 8th by 3.5 lengths and just had nothing that day. And wide and nothing. Wasn't his day to win. And then at Belmont, 7 furlongs on the wider and off 6-2 claimer last June. Horse won by half length, closed up well, and had a great victory there. This horse is 4-3 locally. You know, won at this distance once already last summer, and then won a very nice race last September, and broke her Belmont maiden here last May very easily, going 6 furlongs by half a length. A lot of speed in this one. She's a good stalking kind of position horse, and I think here at 2-1 she could run a big one. Watch out for her. If it doesn't go Lady Alexandra's way, a horse you definitely want to use in the pick 4 or the Naira pick 5 is going to be the 7 horse Delegation. 9-2, 4-year-old filly by Delegator. John Velasquez on this one. This horse ran the turf sprint a few weeks ago at Churchill, and this horse finished 4th by 1.5 lengths. You know, just couldn't get that good closing kick at the final 16th of a mile. Ran well other than that. You know, for the horse's second start stateside, first start Lasix. But I think coming back here with a quicker pace in front of her, getting the 7 furlong trip, this is a horse you want to really see at the end. Before that, in the first lady at Keeneland last fall, 1 mile, October the 7th, horse finished 7th by 4.5 lengths, just had nothing that day, never really did anything. And then before that, in the just a race in Dusseldorf, Germany, 1 mile and a Group 3, a horse won by 3.5 lengths, quickened up nicely, very nice easy victory from the back of the pack. With a quick pace in front of her, I think she could close up well at 9-2. She'll be definitely used in a pick 4 or multi-race wager for me. So to recount my bets for the 7th from Belmont, it's the 5th running of the Grade 3 Intercontinental. As a top selection here, I'll use the 6 horse Lady Alexandra. Gonna go 6-7. 10-4 in the superfecta, 6-7, 10-4 super, and a multi-race I'll go 6-7. So now let's get on to race number 8 from Belmont. The 8th race is sort of the feature race of the afternoon in my eyes. The 8th race, it's the 5th running of the Wonder Again Stakes, Grade 3, purse $200,000, which fillies 3-year-olds here. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/8 on the Belmont Inner Turf Course, 1,800 meters, 1 mile and 1/8. My top selection here, I'm going to go to the 2 horse Mighty Scarlet. I'm going to go 2-5-3-6 in the superfecta. 2-5-3-6 super. In a multi-race, I'll go 2-5-3. 2-5-3 in the multi-race, but my top selection here, the 2 horse Mighty Scarlet, 8-1. Jose Ortiz on this 3-year-old filly by Scatsdati. Horse's most recent outing came on the 27th of April at Keeneland. Mile 3/16 in main special weights for 70,000. This horse won by 4.5 lengths that day. He stalked the leading pair that day, a little bit wide the top of the lane, but had a great turn of foot to get the victory there. You know, it was an all-around decent effort for this horse. Before that 10th of March, first career outing at Tampa, mile 16th, main special weight 26,000. Horse finished second by 4.5 lengths. Had a horrible beginning in a very wide open race. You know, was way out of it early, but had a decent turn of foot at the end, just missed. But you know, a lot of trip troubles this horse had that day, and really just couldn't keep up with them. But you know, since that Keeneland race, this horse has been training very well up at the Oklahoma track at Saratoga, and I think here today, forwardly placed, this horse could run a big one at 8-1. So watch out. I'm also going to use the 5 horse Significant Form on a multi-race ticket. Another Chad Brown horse here. Ibrad Ortiz Jr. is on this one. You know, this horse ran at Aqueduct a few weeks ago in the Memories of Silver Stakes, mile 16th inner turf course. Horse won by 6.5 lengths. Broke on top, on lead all threat. Just had a very easy victory that day. You know, it was his first race since the British Cup Juvenile Filly nice turf. There's this horse finished fourth by 2.5 lengths. Stalked that day a little bit wide, just didn't have the good closing kick at the end. But before that, here in the Miss Grilla at Belmont, inner turf course, mile 16th, October the 1st, horse won by a length, quickened up nicely, and just had a very nice victory there, from the front end. Again, this horse is a horse that usually goes forwardly placed, and with a good inside poster, I think this horse can get it. But 8 to 5 is not the best price. Another horse I like here is the French import, the 3-horse Amorcani. Maxime Guillon's on this one, coming in from France to ride this 3-year-old filly. This horse ran a few weeks ago, or about 7 weeks ago now, at Longchamp in France. Heavy ground, 1 mile in the Group 3 Prix La Garette Stakes. This horse finished 8th by 18.25 lengths and had a horrible start that day. Lost all chances there, had to be used early after that, and just lacked a good closing kick at the end because I think the beginning. Also, it was the horse's first start off the break, so maybe he needed the race, but it just wasn't his day to win. Before that, in the Grand Criterium de Bordeaux, Bordeaux Les Busquets, 1 mile last October, this horse won by a neck, on the lead almost all throughout, just had a very nice victory there. And then the Grand des Tarbes at Toulouse, 1 mile last September, horse for second by a neck, just missed at the end, but ran a respectable race. This is another horse that is very forwardly placed, and I think here today, this horse from the inside at 15-1, you definitely want on your ticket. Watch out for this horse here today. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Belmont, it's the 5th running of the Grade 3 Wonder Again Stakes. Gonna go as a top selection the 2-horse Marty Scarlet. Gonna go 2-5-3-6 in the superfecta. I'll go 2-5-3 in a multi-race scenario. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5.